Hi, my name is Shin Hatch. I am a first year but almost a sophomore here at UAF studying career counseling across mental health trauma. Um, in my video, I'm talking about 3 different things that I learned from the college success course that I took with ESA. One of the most critical things that I learned about was some of the memory techniques. For me, sometimes memorizing different things can be kind of tricky, but breaking it down into like the memory palace, and when you walk in, and slowly, for example, let's say I'm talking about a cell. So we have the cell wall, then that's the outside of the house, and then when we step in, we can see different parts of the cell functions, like the powerhouse or the membrane or the nucleus, which would be like the center of the house. So being able to break it down into smaller bits and pieces and understand how they function together is, I think, pretty important, since it can help you remember more of the smaller pieces for the big picture than just a picture without all the finite details. One of the other things that I thought was really important that I learned was the learning styles and self-talk. So being able to approach something without talking to yourself in a bad way, like, I can't do this isn't possible, things like that sometimes can be challenging, but remembering that, I can do this if I try, and being able to understand that I learn differently and certain things are going to be harder for me than they are for other students, and that's okay that I struggle with certain things that other people don't. And I just need to learn how to advocate, which I think I've already done super well, for myself to be able to be a better student. And 3 was bullet journaling. So I've used planners in the past. They are kind of not my most favorite thing. Bullet journaling isn't necessarily my most favorite thing, but it was able to consolidate some of my thought process and kind of what was going on up here down on my iPad, and being able to illustrate kind of how I like to see things, and with the different prompts made us do different styles, and I slowly began to realize that I do better when I have a list, like a to-do list of all the things I have to do, and not when, like, what day I'm going to do blah, 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 blah. I'll have the due dates of when they're due, but it makes it a little bit easier for me and a little less daunting when I'm like, all right, Thursday I'm going to work on my psych project, and Friday I'm going to work on my math. If I feel up to doing my math, I'll do my math sooner, or, whatever. But giving it a set day makes it a little bit harder for me to do it. So my advice to incoming students is, first of all, college is a lot different than high school. If you were at the top of the top, the best of the best, you might get pushed off your rocker. And I'm not trying to say that you are bad or that you are any less, but college is a lot different. And one of the biggest things that I would like to say is that people don't care. People don't care in the same way that they did in high school. There's not as much drama, and you can do what you want to do, and however you want to do it is totally fine. And you should be respected for that. And there's nothing wrong with being who you are and what you want to be. Just make sure that you understand that, procrastination can be a thing, and specifically because we're in Alaska, there's different factors here that may not be relevant to where you are. And that there's a lot going on, you're away from home, and there's a lot of new things that are occurring, so make sure that you can put the time towards having new experiences and taking care of yourself, as well as doing well academically. And don't be afraid for asking for resources and talking to your professors, because they have your back. So if something happens and you need more time, ask them and they could be able to help you. So this is my video, and I hope that y'all have a good evening or a good day, and thanks. Bye.